Hello, today we are going to do the in practice Excel 365 application Capstone project 2, and we're going to do 5 to 7, and we're going to follow these steps. So I will complete all the steps. There are about 20. Yes, there are 20 steps, and I will follow all of them 21, and I will do all of them successfully. So follow closely so that you can score at least 100. Yes, so we'll start with step number 1, which is to open this Excel file and enabling editing. So I'll click on my Excel file. It's here, it's already open. I'll click enable editing here, and now we have our Excel file. So we'll go back to steps, and number 2 says the file will be renamed automatically to include your name. I have removed my name, don't mind, but it should be like that. So we are going to start with step number 3, which is on building a COUNTIF formula, and it says we are going to select cell G4 on the billing sheet and start a counting function, and we are going to select cells F4 to F13, and we are going to use these symbols as the criteria. So let's go on our Excel file. Make sure you have clicked on billing, go to J4, this is J4 here, and start the COUNTIF function. So you're going to type is equals to, start typing count, and then double click on this one that appears here, COUNTIF, this one, double click on it like that, and it opens. We have been given the range there, so the range is F4, this one, from F4 here, drag down to F33, like that. Now, after copying it, press F4 to lock it, like that, and then comma. Then you're going to open the quotation marks, type less than, greater than, close the quotation mark, close the bracket, and press enter, like that. And as you can see, this counts the unpaid invoices, which are only 15 for our case. So that step is done. So I write step up to here, that step is done. Now let's go to step 4. Okay, for step 3, if you don't feel like doing this the way I have done it, you can come and let's show you how you can do it. You just type as I have typed here. So you type like this, is equals to count, double click on the range, come back to your instruction file, copy this one, the F4 to F33, sorry, and paste there, press F4 for this one, press F4, and for F4 like that, and then comma, open the quotation marks, and go back to your instruction file and copy this one, and open, paste, and then close the bracket, close the quotation marks and close the bracket and press enter. Sorry, make sure that when you copy this one, it doesn't have a space. So for this one, for the greater than or greater than, make sure that there's no space, so delete the space and press enter. And as you can see, you get the same thing. So that is how you do it. So you just, but the easier way for me is the way I showed you earlier. You just use this COUNTIF, highlight the F4 to F33, then open the quotation marks, greater than or equal than, greater than or equal to, greater than or greater than, less than or equal, less than or greater than quotation marks, and then you close the bracket and you get your solution. Let's go to step 4, which is create a SUMIFS formula, and we are going to follow the first thing. Says select J5, then use this range as the sum range. For the criteria range, you're going to reach the department. For the criteria 1, you're going to use the bar, and for the billing date, we're using to use at the criteria range 2, and with that we'll be done. So go to click on J5, there is J5, start your formula, which is equals to, type is equals to, then start typing sum, and then on this one that is written SUMIFS, double click on it, For the sum range, we are going to use this one from E4 to E33. Then place F4, stroke it, comma. For the criteria range, we are going to use the department. So it's C4 to C33. Press F4, lock it also, comma. For the criteria 1, we are going to open the quotation marks. We are going to type bar, and then make sure to use that asterisk like that, which is on number 8 on the keyboard. Then close the quotation marks, comma. For the criteria range 2, we are going to use the billing date, which is on cell B. So it's B4 to B33. Press F4 to lock it. Then comma. For the criteria 2, open the quotation marks. Type less than equal to 1/1/2026. Now close the quotation marks and close the bracket, and you can now press enter. And as you can see, we have gotten the total billed bariatric 2025. So to make it easier for you, this is the formula. So you can just copy as it is, because I am very sure the document you're using is the same. So this is how you do it. So this is the formula here. So use this formula as it is. So since if you're doing this in 2026, here you will be used as 2026. If you're using in 2027, this should be 27. If they change the document, I don't know if they will change in future, but for now, in this I'm doing this in 2026. And since we want 2025, we'll make sure that the values that are being summed here are those, the billing dates that are being summed are only those for 2025, which is less than or equal to 1/1/2026. So that is done, and you can click yes. Now we can go back to our instruction file. So this one is done. So we highlight the step 4 here, the step A to step D. So that one is done. Now we are on step E. Step E says we are going to use also the SUMIFS to find the value specified in cell I. So to do this, we are going to do the same. So for me, I will do like this. So we want to use to find the total paid, and this time we are going to use the date paid here. Okay, so instead of using anything else, we're going to use this one. So to do this, copy the formula that we have used here. So you're going to copy this formula, copy, and then paste it here. So we are going to sum this E4 to A33. We are going to use instead of using the billing date, we are going to use the F, the date paid. So instead of using B here, change it to F and change it to F. And instead of using this number, so copy the date that we had typed here and type greater than. Make sure there's no space. And then for instead of bar, we are going to use car because it's cardiology. So we are going to type car and we're going to press enter. And with that, you get the formula. So this is the formula. So copy as it is. That is how you should write it. And you're going to press enter. So with that, we have been able to do that successfully. So we are going to see the step F says we convert them to currency, so decimal places. So I write these two, click here, and we want currency, and we want them to have 3 decimal places like that. And Control S to save your work. So that is how we do step 4. So all these steps are done. Yes. Then let's continue to step 5. Step 5 says we are going to merge and center I3 to J3. So where is I3? We go back to step 5. Says I3. Where is I3? I3 is here and J3 is here. So copy, highlight the two, then place on margin center like that, and you're done with that step. Now step B is to set the font to 16. So to set the font to 16, just click here and click on 16 like that, and that one is done. Then it says select cell A3, that is A3 to G3. So G3 is down there. So I'm going to drag up to the G3 like that. And we're going to apply the single solid outline. So to do that, click here. After writing A3 to G33, click here on borders here. Then go down, click on more borders, and then click on outline here. And then you're going to click on this one, the middle part here. Click on it. Then click here, the dotted here, here. Make sure you click this, the second one here, the dotted one, and then click the middle one here, or the horizontal, like that. And now press OK. And with that, we have been able to set the step C. Now step D says place a solid single bottom for cell A3 to G3. So we are going to highlight A3 to G3 here, this one. Then click here and click on bottom border like that. And with that, we have been able to do step 5 successfully. So step 5 is done. So I write it as done. And now we go to step 6. Step 6 says we are going to build or determine and build an if formula using the dates. So it says select cell G4 and build a formula to subtract the invoice date from the date given. It says then we copy the formula from G5 to G7 and we note the issue, and then we're going to delete the formula and start an if formula, and we have been given the criteria for it. So I'm going to do that as they said. So the first one is equals to F4 minus B4 like that, and as you can see it gives us 95. But when you drag it to G7, like let's drag it, you can see it gives weird values. So to eliminate that, we are going to use the if formula. So undo, and there we start typing is equals to if, open the bracket, and we are going to start. I've been given here on the step 6. So it's given by F4 sorry, minus the B4, and then greater than, we have been told to use greater than or equal to 0, and we're going to press comma. Then the same formula, F4 minus B4, comma, quotation marks, space, quotation marks, and close it and press enter like that. And as you can see, we have gotten the value. So this is the formula that you should copy. So it's F4 minus B4 greater than or equal to 0, comma, F4 minus B4, then comma, quotation mark, space, comma, or we press the space bar and then we press enter. So this is the formula. Make sure that between these quotation marks there's a space. Yes, like that. And then drag down. To drag down, since we have already formatted this, we don't want the formatting to change. What we'll do, place your cursor at the bottom. Now right click like that, it changes to that white arrow, then drag down. And when you drag down, release it and press for fill without formatting like that. And as you can see, those cells that don't have values, there is no value inputted there. So that is how we do step 6 from A to step G. So that step is done. Step 6 is done. So we are going to rate it as it's already completed. Like that. Now we are going to step 7, which says about nesting an XMATCH and INDEX. So to do this, we are going to follow the steps and we must ensure our function looks like this. So how do we do this? We go to You're going to click I13, which is this one here, and then you're going to click on an FX here, this one, and then click on index, click OK, click OK. Don't mind what is written here, just click OK. And then on the array we have been given, we are going to type it. We have given is A3 to G to G33. So you just type it as it's written there. Then I've been given the as A3. So we are going to open the bracket I11, and then we type D3 to D33. So it's XMATCH, open the bracket. Then we are being given it I11, comma D3 to D33, and then you're going to close the bracket. The same thing applies to the other one. It says XMATCH, we are opening the bracket, and it's I12. We're typing as it is given there. So it's I12, comma, it's A3 to G3, and we're going to close the bracket like that. And as you can see, it has given us the value that we'll get here. It's cardiology, and we're going to press OK, like that. So after you do that, we go to step D. We have already done that one, and we are going to press OK. That is how you do step 7. And then it says on the last one, it says on I11 is here. We're going to type ESOM. You type ESOM and press enter. And as you can see, this changes as we have pressed. They changed the name. So that is how we do step 7, and step 7 is done. So we are going to write it down. Yes, now we start on the step 8. But before we go to step 8, I want to make sure that you've gotten the right formula. So I'm going to click on this one, and this is the formula that you should use. So just type this as it is. You can copy how I've written it. So this is how you are going to do it. So copy as it is, and you get the value that has appeared there on my screen. So make sure you have copied the formula correctly. Okay, thank you. Now let's continue to step 8. Step 8 is talking about starting an assort function and then using a unique. So how do we do this? So you have been given to select cell L4, and you're going to set a unique and select the physician name. So come to this is the L4, and we are going to type is equals to sort, and then open the bracket, type unique, open the bracket, and we want the physician names, which is in cell D4 to D33, like that. And you just close the brackets, and you're going to press enter. And as you can see, arrays appears here and the names are formed. So that is how you do that step. The next part is changing this name to Adams. So I'm going to copy it, Jabamani. So to change, we're going to highlight these physician names D4 to D33. Highlight it. Click on here, find and select here. Click on replace. Type that, copy paste that name, and then we want Adams. And then click replace all. Then click OK. And then close here. So that is how you do that step. Then we are told to select A2 and save the workbook. So that means step 8 is done. So how do we finish step 8? We go back to our file, to Excel file, and click on A2, sorry. A2 is there, and please Control S, and we have done that step and we have completed. Now let's go to step 9, which is to group and format worksheets. So it wants us to browse week 1 and week 2, and then we're going to group the two, and then we're going to center across A3 to A3. Then we're going to set our the page orientation to landscape, and we are going to add a footer with sheet name, and we're going to then ungroup the sheets. So that's how we go do step 9. So we're going to click on week 1. See it? You see how this one looks like? Click 2. You see how this looks like? So then to group them, click on week 1, press Control, then press on week 2, and with that we have been able to group them. Then the next part is to center across selection for these. So copy from A3 to we are going to copy from A3 to H3. So copy up to here, drag like that. Then instead of merge and center here, click on this drop down arrow, this one here on alignment settings. Then click on here where it says horizontal, click on it, this drop down arrow, and then click center across selection like that, and then press OK. So with that, we've been able to center across selection. And then the next part is to change the orientation to landscape. To do that, click on page layout, orientation, click landscape. Yes, that is done. And then we want to do a footer. How do we do that? Click on this one, this drop down arrow here, like that. Come to header and footer, click on custom footer, click on the center selection here, center section, sorry, and then click on sheet name, and then click OK and OK. And with that, we've been able to do that step successfully. And then we're going to ungroup them. To ungroup them, just click any, and then click. So you click on one sheet, like let's say we click on week 1, and then right click, and then click on ungroup sheets. And with that, you can see that the effect has been applied to both cells, both worksheets or sheets. So step 9 is done. So we're going to say that step is done. Now we are going to step 10. So step 10 talks about consolidation. So we are going to, I'm going to copy this name, consolidated. And now we are going to copy the week 1 sheet to the first tab. So how do we do that? Click on week 1, right click on it. So how do you do that? So click on this week 1, right click it, and then click on move or copy. Then click here, create a copy, and then OK. Did you see how you done that one? Sorry. So you click on this week 1, move all copy, create a copy here, and then click OK. And as you can see, it appears here. When it appears here, double click on it, and then Control V to paste the name that I told you to copy the consolidated, like that. And with that, I've been able to do that step successfully. The next part is to change the formatting. So how do you do that? Click on this sheet here. Make sure you have clicked on this consolidated like there. Then right click on it. You see where the cursor is. Right click on it. Then click on tab color, and you want red accent 5 dagger 50. It's here. Click on it like that. Then we have been told now to delete the contents of A5 to H15. So copy all of this. I want you to do this. I want you to follow this step closely. So there's a lot of changes that will happen. So I want you to copy this, to follow this one closely. So we have been able to do up to there. We have been deleted the content. So what I want you to do is when you delete, okay, let me just repeat it. So after we have copied that week 1 on this coordinator sheet. So we are going to copy this one. I've been told to delete the contents from A5 to H15. And I want you not, instead of deleting even the formatting, I want you just to delete the content. So click here on clear and then click on clear contents like that. Then after you do that, I want you to copy this. Click on cell A14 to H15, then click on format painter here, and then click on A16 to H17. This the two rows, those 16 and 17 like that, and release. Then copy any here, click on any of this like that. Click on this on format paint and click on row 15. So this step is also needed. So you can see here it says repair the font and borders. So for me, I've done them earlier instead of going back later. So for you, you can actually I want you to do the same the way I've done it. So you do this way like this. Then after you do that, we are going to highlight all of it like that. Then click on data. Then here on consolidate, click on consolidate here. And then for the reference, click on there, click on week 1 and copy this one. I write this. Then click add. Do the same for week 2. Then click on add. Make sure you have clicked on add. Then click on top row, click on left column, and then click OK. And as you can see, we have all the data that are needed to be there. So that is how you do it successfully. So in case you find an issue, you can text me. I'll leave my email there and I will respond to your messages and I'll direct you how to do it successfully. Okay. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing that. Yes, thank you. Let's continue. So that is how we do step 10. So the only thing that is remaining is first what the name department, since we have already done, as we have already repaired the fonts and borders. So copy the word department, go to your consider sheet, then click on this formula bar here, press Ctrl V, press enter here like that. And with that, we can see we have successfully done step 10. So copy, so that one, step 10 is done. Let's continue to, we're going to do step 11, which says we're going to select the orthopedics. We're going to change the letter E on the orthopedics to AE. So how do we do that? Click on the orthopedics. Click on letter, highlight only letter E. Click on insert. Click on symbols here. On the subset, click supplement 13 supplement 1. 13 supplement. Click on it. And then we want A. Make sure you don't select this A. We want the small one. So we are going to drag down a bit and you find it. This is the one that we want. Click on it. Then click insert and then close. Like that. After insert it, come and click on home. And then okay, so make sure you can see this one is Calibri 11, but for this one is Trebak Jets MS. So how do we do this? You're going to edit the same, and then you're going to format it as it's supposed to be. The other one, which is tray, like that, and then you have to make sure it's 11. So now you can see they are the same. When you click on it, and the others they are the same. So press enter. And that is how we do that step. So step 11 is done on inserting the symbol. So let's highlight it. Now we are going on step 12, which is the building a lambda. So a disclaimer, for me I don't have Microsoft Excel 365, but I will do exactly as you're supposed to do on your Microsoft Excel 365. So everything I do it on mine won't show results, but on your case it must show results. In case it doesn't show result, you can tell me. I can do a video for you on a Microsoft Excel, but I will use the Google one, using the online one, the online version. But this one is just the normal Microsoft Excel 2021. Yes, so I'm going to do step 12. So step 5 is about building a sum and then adding the lambda on it and the other formulas. So then using the depth, then you're going to do all these steps. Yes, so let's do it. It says build a lambda. So let's click on the I6. This is I6 there. We're going to use is equals to sum, and that is how the first thing. Then press enter like that. So after you have done that, step B says insert lambda in the formula. So come here in the formula, and then you can just type it is the lambda, and you're going to open the bracket. Then after I open the bracket, we're going to type the depth, the name depth, like that, and then we're going to press comma, then sum. Then instead of this, what you have done here, just come and type depth there. Sorry, I've used capital letters instead of small letters, so I'll just go back and redo it. So it's depth and depth here, depth the same here, and close the bracket. So this is the formula that you're going to set up on your case, and then press enter. For me, you see it doesn't give any formula, but for you it must give, maybe to say it must give a result. Maybe it can say the same error but different one, but since this is not the final step, this is the first step. So after doing that, it says we are going to select this formula, and you're going to copy, Control C, you're going to copy it, and then you're going to create a new name. Click on here. So after copy this, Control C. After you copy, click on data, and then come here to formulas. So after you copy it, you're going to click on the formula. Click on formulas, then name manager, click on new, and you see on there refer to here. So copy this one here. So copy it here and paste that way. You can see that is how you're going to do it. And then type here on the name, type depth and its total. And for the comment, we're going to type total for depth, like that. So ensure you have on the new name, it has like this: depth title, workbook, total for department, and down here you have this formula is equals to lambda depth sum depth, like that, and then press OK, and you're going to close it like that. After you do that, we have been told to delete this formula, so we're going to delete it like that, and then click on it, and we're going to run the depth total in the formula. So how do you do this? You're going to type is equals to depth, and it appears, you see it appears here, and then like this, copy this one here like that, and press enter like that. So for you, when you do that, it is the formula is here, is equals to depth total, and then copy this one, and okay, highlight B6 to H6. When you press enter, it will give you the formula. So make sure you have copied this formula as it is. From there, you are now just dragging down the normal way. So I drag down up to here. After that, we're going to type total here, and then we are going to copy this. I want to copy this formatting. It says we have to use the same formatting, so I'm going to apply this one, copy this one, all of it. So I write column H from H1 to H17. Go back, click on home, click on this format paint like that, and then do the same for I. Just copy, I write I1 to I17 like that. As I do that, click on A2 to I2, click on the arrangement here, make sure it's center across. So repeat the same for this one. Center across like that, and then okay. And with that, that is how we do step. That is step 12. So step 12 is done. So I write step 12 is done, and we are good. Now let's do step 12. So make sure you have press Ctrl S to save your work, and then you go to step 13. Step 13 talks about building a custom template worksheet, and we're going to copy the billing sheet to the end of the workbook. We're going to rename it as the billing department. Let's do that step first. So I'm going to copy the name, which is billing template, copy billing template like that. Then go back to Excel file, click on billing, right click, move or copy, click on move to end, create a copy, and okay, double click on it, Ctrl V to paste the name like that. And that's how we do that step. Step A. Steps B says delete I and column I and J. So column I, this is it, column I and J, and then we are going to delete like that. After deleting them, it is also tells us to delete the contents. Remember, it doesn't say to delete the columns. We had said delete the contents. How do we delete the contents? So we are going to delete the contents of, we are going to write A4 to B33, E4 to F33, and then we are going to delete the contents. So it says, so we are going to delete A4 to 33, and then E and F, these two. So come here, click on this clear here, and then clear contents like that. So we can see the columns and the stuff and the formatting. You can see here, this formatted as date is still here. So that step is done. And now it says cut cells D3 to D33. So this one we are going to cut. So press Ctrl X when you highlight, Ctrl X, then click on C, click on it, and then click insert cells like that, then press Ctrl S. So that step is done. So step 13 is done. We are going to step 14. On step 14 says we are going to convert array to a range and use Excel lookup. So what are we going to do here? We are going to select the range of cell, that is J4 to J17. This one. When we highlight them, click on Ctrl C, and then you can do this, right click on it, and then paste for values like that. So you can see there are values. After you do that, so you can see we have been told to J4 and paste values. Then we're going to select cell K4, and you're going to build the XLOOKUP value, the XLOOKUP function, to display the department name for the physician. So we're going here, that is K4 is equals to XLOOKUP. So what are we looking up? We are looking for Adams, okay, the physician name, and we are looking it on this. Press F4, sorry, to lock it. Then comma. What is the return array? We are going to return department. like that. Press F4 and we can press enter, and you can see it returns cardiology. So when we get that one, we are going to drag down the rest, and you can see we have already done that. So that is the formula. Let me show you the formula. The formula is this one. Just copy for K4. This is the formula that you're supposed to use exactly as it is. So let me click it so you can see. So that is the formula that you're going to use. Follow it closely and you get the right thing. So after you have done with that step of using the lookup, we are going to copy the value formula for the names in column K, for the names in column K. So for that name, I'm going to select the names, department in column K, a formula, copy them and paste as values. So that is for step 4. The last step, it says we're going to copy this. These are formulas. So Control C and then Control V. This one V, like that. So after you do that, let's go to step. So that is step 14 and it's done. And now we are going to step 15, which says to delete the contents of cells C4 to D33. This one, I'm going to delete these contents. Remember, you come here, make sure you're at home, come to this here, clear, and then clear contents. Like that. After you do that, it says select cell C4 to see and create data revision lists using the physician names. So click on this one. So highlight C4 to see 33. Click on data. Click on validation here. Data validation. On allow here, click on list. So here on allow, click on list. The source is the physician names, this one. So copy all of this like that, and then click OK. And after that, it says test the data validation list and choose any name in cell C4. So on cell C4, let's choose any name. Let's use Gomez, like that. So you can see the list is working. The next part is to select cell D4, and you are going to use an X lookups to find the related department for cell C5. So we are going to click on D4 is equals to X lookup, this one. And what are you looking for? We are looking for this value. And for the lookup range, for the lookup array, we are looking it on this part J5. This is the physician name, J4 to J17, like that. Press F4 to lock it, and then we are returning the department is cardiology here, F4, like that. And then we're going to press enter, and as you can see, Gomez is on the pedics. So that one is done. And we are going to copy the formula to row 33, this formula that we have created here. We are going to copy it. So remember, this we don't want to change the formatting. We are going to right click on this plus sign like that, drag down, and then after you drag it down, fill without formatting like that. And as you can see, we have an error. It gives us the hash not available, the NA error. So that step, the first thing is step 15 is done. Now we are going to step 16, and step 16 will be focusing mainly on changing or correcting the error. So it says we go to select and the field for, and we start the if error, the if error. Yes, we're going to click on it and we're going to change the if error. So click on it here. we want to include the if error. So on that is equal sign, after the equal sign, type if, and then double click on this one that appears here, if error, like that. And after you have done like that, you are going to maintain everything that is as it is there. The only thing you're going to change is after this one, please type comma, then open quotation marks, press a space bar, quotation marks again, and close the bracket and press enter. And after you do that, you are going to drag again this formula down, and you will see that there is no error that will appear because we have said if error, free without formatting, like that. And you can see there is no error that occurs. So that one is done, and it tells us to delete the contents of cell C4. That is how C4 delete it, like that. And we are done with step 16. So next step is step 17. We are still closing an S3. In case there is a problem, just let me know. I'm here and I'll be available to reply to the messages. I'll be available to help you understand where there is an issue. Yes, just email me. I'll leave my email there, or just comment here. I will get back to you as soon as possible. So let's go to step 17. And step 17 says we're going to insert a row at row 2 and select its height to 28. And then I'm going to type administered by in cell B2. So I'm going to copy this one, copy it. Then we go. So this is row 2. Click on it. Go home. Click on insert, like that. After inserting, right click, row height, type 28. Click OK, like that. Then go to B2. Control V to paste the administered by that we copied. Click on it again. Change the font to, change the font to 14. So that step is done. So we have done step 17A and B. Now we are going to step C. Step C says insert checkbox for control. So I'm going to do that. Click on D2. It's already there. Click on developer. Click on insert, and we want this checkbox form control, and then we're going to draw it to fit here, like that. Like that. After then you do that, you want to change the name from C checkbox to CMP, like that. So make sure this one is out, cut it or delete, like that. And then after that we want to include 3D. So click on it, like that. Make sure you clicked on it. Nothing's blinking. So sorry. This is the trick one, but we have to get it right, okay? So click on it, like that. Then when you click on it, click on it, then click on format control, and we want 3D shading. That is what they say, 3D shading. And turn off rock properties. Click on properties, or control, sorry. Click on control and check protection. Click on protection to change. Click on locked, and then you see when you click on locked protection, you see it's locked. Then click on it to unlock it, and then say okay, like that. And we have been able to do that step. Then it says we copy it to F2. So Control C and click on F2 and Control V. It appears there. Then we're going to change this to carrier, like that. And when you do that, then it says we are going to align them. So we are going to move this one to E. So let me adjust it. Then I'm going to drag it to E here, like that. And then it says align it anyhow you want to align it. So for me, I will align top and down. So I'm going to press the control button, click on the other one, and then click on shape format here, align. Let's align top, like that. So you can see these two will be aligned the same way. So and then it says something like fine tune the position of the, okay, I've done that. So that step's done. That is how you do step 17. So highlight step 17 is done. Yes, so we are continuing to step 18. Step 18 says we're going to check accessibility and then we're going to insert this and text. So copy this, Control C to copy it, and then click on your file, and then click on review, click on check accessibility here, and then it says click on it, click on this one and add the add texts, then close it, click on this one, also this one, add description like that, and then close it. And you can see no accessibility issues. Close on it, and we are done with that step. It also says to hide column J and K, click on both of them and then click on right click and say hide. So to hide them, you just click on the two columns and then right clicking and then clicking on hide. So that is step 18 and it's done. Let's go to step 19. Step 19 says we are going to unlock cells A5 to C34. So highlight them. So the first thing is click on A5 to C34 like that. Press Control and select E5 to this one, like these two. So E4 to F35. To F34, sorry. After you do that, we're going to unlock them. How do you unlock them? Click on, you're going to right click on them. You're going to click on format cells, and you see here they are locked. Right click on it to unlock it. So make sure on the locked there is no tick, and then click OK. So we have been able to do that. Then it says select A5, and we're going to protect the worksheet without a password and allow cells to be selected and columns and rows to be formatted. So we click on A5 here, right click, we're going to format cells also, and sorry, we're going to click on protection. So we have been told to, sorry, step 19B, select cell A5, and then you're going to protect the worksheet. So to protect the worksheet, we are going to click on click on A5, click on review, click on protect sheet, select those, make sure these are two are selected, then select format columns and format rows and click OK. So make sure everything is done. That is what I mean. So your final one, when you click on A5 and you click on so you can see the sheet is typed as protected. So click on protect like that, make sure like that, make sure the first two are checked, skip this one, then the other two, format columns and format rows, then click OK, and your sheet is protected. As you can see, it's protected. Now we are on step 20, and as you noted, I didn't put any password here. I left it blank, so don't type anything, just leave it as blank. Select this one, select format columns, format rows, and then click OK. So with that, we have been come to step 19, and it's done. And we are now going to step 20. And our step 20 says select CMP checkbox. That is how you're going to do the first thing. Click on this one. Click here to check it like that. And then We are going to copy everything that is here. So I'm going to copy this one as it is. Copy the first one, copy, click on there. So I will be pasting them here on the formula bar. So I will judge you the same to do the same. That is the 20, like that. Press enter. Go back. Copy this date. Click on billing. Paste there. Enter. For the name, for this one, don't do anything. Don't just type. Just look for the name. So the precision is green field. So I'm coming here and looking for that name here, and you see it gives us even the department. So for the amount that I'm going to type like that, and then the last is the date here. Copy, and I'm going to paste it here, and you see it will calculate for us the days. Enter. You see it has calculated for us the days. Let's do the same to this, the second one. Control C. Come here. Control V. Enter. For the date, I write it. Enter. Then for the name, I'm going to look for that name is Harris. So look for Harris like that, and it gives that value. Now for the amount, copy the amount 375. Make sure when you're pasting, paste them here on the formula bar here up top. And lastly, let's copy the date, the last date. Here, and it will give us the value for the days. Look at that. Control S, and we are done with our homework. So that is how you are supposed to do this assignment ACP2. Yes, thank you for watching. See you soon with another video, and please subscribe. In case you are stuck, I'm available. I will help you complete them. Thank you, and see you soon.